My biggest fear being a doctor is seeing someone die. I could not take the emotional changes that I feel when someone dies in front of me. I used to work in the government hospital, and there are certain times where there are some patients who stay for 2 to 3 weeks for the chronic cases. And I happen to get very attached to these patients. And in hospital, sometimes suddenly they might just, today they might be fine, they might be talking with you, they might be greeting you well, and next day when you come, they are no more there. That was one of the main reasons I left working in a hospital and started working in my own clinic. Because in your clinic, you do not get to see the cases that are very chronic cases. You have a very good personal relationship with your patients. You chit chat with them. There are some of my patients who just come to clinic because they know that they can chit chat with me, they can have a chat with me. That is what I really like being as a doctor. My clinic setup, I'm quite close with all my patients. Most of my patients do not call me doctor, they just call me bro. They have my personal number, they message me, bro, can we do this test in your clinic? And it's more like a friendly relationship. The worst part is when you're at a mama restaurant eating and they'll come and get consultation from you. Okay, I do not say that they're taking consultation, but suddenly they'll come and show their leg. I have a wound in this leg, and while you're having your favorite roti chana, they'll come and show your leg with a fungal infection. It's just showing that how attached they are with you. They feel that they can openly tell me anything. For those who want to become a doctor, don't think that you want to become a doctor just to earn money, which is a very wrong thing. Being a doctor, you have a skill that not everyone else can do. You can do much more compared to every other people. If you have the compassion, if you have the passion of helping people, then you can become a doctor. I started doing my charity work when I was in Form 5. My main inspiration was my father, who used to give free treatments for his poor patients. My dad's clinic is actually surrounded by a village of a lot of poor communities. He used to charge them either a very small amount, or even at times when they say they have no money to pay, he'll say, it's okay, just come for the treatment, take the treatment and go. He wouldn't charge them a single penny. And there are certain times where he used to go for a house call. House call actually costs a lot, probably 150 to 200 ringgit for a visit, but sometimes he charges almost the same amount he charges to a normal patient, because he knows that those people cannot afford. Many times they call me to go and declare death. Like a person like, how are you? You're going there just to see whether the person is alive or dead, and you charge them a fees of 150 ringgit. So I don't feel it right. So at that time, I didn't know what to do. So I called my dad and asked, how much do I charge for this service? He said, no, don't charge anything. Already they have lost someone. So that is when I realized that, okay, money isn't everything. And it shouldn't be that if only you have money, you can seek treatment. Because there's so many people have this feeling that, oh, I'm poor, I cannot get the treatment which I want. So we do not want people to feel that way. Medical care should be equal to everyone and anyone. And that is one thing I saw through my dad. The experience on my first night on the streets was kind of shocking. That is because I did not know there were so many homeless people in KL. And we have always been only to the nicer parts of KL, but there are certain streets where there were too many homeless people, roughly about 100 to 200 people sleeping on the same streets of KL. So that was kind of saddening, and that was kind of shocking that there are people who have been neglected by the community. But it was also good to see that there are so many NGOs out there who are willing to help our street friends. Our mobile clinic for the homeless is on every Wednesday nights. We currently provide medical care for the homeless at two different locations. One is at Pusat Transit Landangan and another is at Segi College. We operate every Wednesday night from 9:30 p.m. till about 11:30 p.m. There are some things that have to be taken into consideration, like most of the homeless people that we treat have a very low dignity level. They do not like to be seen in public. They always feel that they will be looked down by the community. So that is one of the reasons why they do not like to go to the hospital. Another thing is transportation. Those people who are living quite far away from the hospital, and probably they have a wounded leg or they have diabetic foot, which requires frequent visits to the hospital, do not have the money to pay for the transportation. There are some cases that requires hospitalization or further investigations and management, but we cannot do that for them on the street. So that is why I do have my own clinic, like here, which is in Cheras, where if we feel that this particular patient is keen for operation or keen for further treatment, what we do is we just give them my clinic address and ask them to come to the clinic. So as long as he finds a way to the clinic, and we'll do a full investigation for him, we do not charge him anything. We'll do a proper blood test, blood checkup, and further body examination that cannot be done on the streets, but at least I can do them in my clinic. It's only when I started talking and having a chat with these homeless people, it's when I realized that even they require medical treatment like the other poor communities. At first, what was my thinking is I always thought homeless people are either criminals or drug addicts. It's only when I started listening to their stories, I found out that every single person on the streets have a story to say, have a reason why they have become homeless. And another thing is, there are so many of them not Malaysian citizens. For them to seek treatment at a hospital is kind of difficult because there is different charges for foreigners. And there are at times where they do need to pay more than 1,000 ringgits as a deposit if in case it needs to be hospitalized. So, and those kind of patients, if we feel that they really need hospitalization, what we do is we do help collect money from our Facebook friends and then get them hospitalized and get the medical treatment they need. Because as a street doctor, as a mobile clinic, we cannot treat emergency cases. So what we do, we are just a first step. We'll guide them to where they have to go, where they need to seek treatment, and we will follow up from there. I do not sympathize the homeless in the sense they are normal people like any of us. All we have to do is we treat them as one of us. Treat them with dignity. Make sure that they feel that these homeless people are not left out. Because if you sympathize with them, they will start having this inferiority complex, or it's just that because I'm homeless and I'm poor, that all these people are coming to help us. So when you treat them as a friend, you treat them as one of yourself, that itself will increase the dignity level and probably try to live better or try to make some changes in their lives in the future.